Hey, Fresh Coast fans, it's December 30th. This is going to be the last 40k game that Oscar and I play in the year 2015. It's been a big year for us for gaming. Lots of cool stuff going on. But we're going to end the year with something new. I don't think I've put these guys in a bat rep yet before. We're going to be playing Oscar's Orks, of course. You can see them laying up here, and we get some stuff we haven't used in a little while. But they're going to be facing off against my project army for 2015, my Skitarii. Pardon the lack of paint on them. It's been a busy couple of months. I do have some of them painted, you can see. Right there.
Same thing with my truck.
Oh yeah, the truck. We just got the truck for Christmas from some of the Fresh Coast guys. Thanks again for that, guys. Oscar really appreciates. He appreciates all the stuff you guys do for him. Anyway, we're playing 1,000 points. We've got the club's Realm of Battle board that was sitting in Muggin's basement. We're gonna be holding on to it because he's making room for his kids' playroom. So we've got the club board now, and we figured let's take advantage of it. We put the Angry Mojo terrain out there and some of the bottle cap terrain we built for Infinity. And looks pretty good. So 1,000 points on a 4x4 table. We're going to be playing Tactical Escalation using the Mysterious Objectives. These awesome Mysterious Objective markers from, what were they called? Mod Cubes. So we're going to roll for those and use those as well. It's going to be a fun game. No night fighting. Oscar has the first turn. We've already got everything deployed, so let's kind of go over that. We've got his Killicans with Grotzukas on the hill with Blacken, the Death Dread with the 2 Scorches right there. 2 trucks full of boys. The one on the right has 11 boys, Knob with Power Claw, Big Shooter, all Shooter boys, and a level 2 Weird Boy in there. The one on the left has 12 boys, Knob with a Power Claw, Boss Pole, and a Big Shooter in there as well. Both trucks are exactly the same. They have Big Shooters, boarding planks, and wrecking balls.
WYSIWYG.
Yep, everything is WYSIWYG. All the walkers have Grot Riggers too, for it will not die. And then Blacken's brother Dekka is right here. He's got 2 custom Mega Blasters. In reserve, Oscar has his Warlord. He's using Zagstruck and 10 Storm Boys with a Knob with a Power Claw in there as well. So that's going to be deep striking from reserve. And I have, going left to right, I've got what are they called? The Skitarii Battle Maniple, I believe, with detachment. I've got 5 Rangers and 5 Vanguard. The Rangers have 2 of the Arquebuses. I've got an Arc Maul and an Arc Pistol in my Warlord right here. He's the Ranger Prime. The Vanguard over here has got a Power Sword and the Lumigen Pistol. I can't remember what it's called. And then there are 2 Plasma Calvers in there. And then I have the Sicaran Killclade formation. I love these models. I think they're fantastic. Some of the coolest models GW has done in a long, long time, and I really wanted to take advantage of them.
I love them too. They're so awesome.
We were putting them together a couple months ago going, dude, these are so cool.
Especially like the ones with like the long sniper rifles.
Well, yeah, you're talking about these guys. Yeah, the Rangers.
I love them.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got the 5 Infiltrators with the Taser Goads and the Fletchet Pistols because 25 shots, even at straight 2, is awesome. No upgrades on anything in the Killclade. It's a very expensive formation. It's like almost 700 points, I believe. I do have 2 squads that are stock for the Rust Stalkers with the Cord Claws and Transonic Razors. Oh, I did upgrade. I upgraded all 3 of the primes in the Rust Stalkers to have the Data Spike, the prehensile Data Spike, because it's always nice to have an extra Haywire attack. This squad, though, right here in the middle has the Transonic Blades instead of the Transonic Razors, so they get +1 strength, but they lose the Fleshbane Cord Claw, and they lose the Mind Scrambler Grenades, which I think is the kind of the sneaky piece of war gear that these guys get. Haywire Grenades are awesome, and when you can load that many of them into an army, it's going to be nasty. You don't really need high-strength weapons to be able to wreck vehicles, especially considering how fast these guys are. Anyway, I'm going to make some scout moves here with the 2 guys from the detachment because they can. The Infiltrators are outflanking from reserve, and the rest of the guys are going to be right there. So Oscar has the first turn. I'm going to see if I can seize. Like I said, no night fighting. Do I seize on a 6? I do not. It's a 1. So I'm going to make my scout moves, and Oscar's going to go.
Fail.
Top of turn 1, we identified some objectives. Oscar found a lot of sabotage ones. So that one's sabotage, that one's sabotage. That's a targeting relay. That one is also a targeting relay, and this one is a Skyfire Nexus, which is totally useless for us today, but oh well. So we only got 1 more objective left to identify. Blacken advanced forward and shot and missed both his shots. Actually, that's Dekka. Came forward and missed both his shots here with his custom Mega Blasters. Blacken moved forward and then ran a full 6 inches, so he's getting super close. The Killicans were also out of range, so they just moved forward and ran but only 1 inch. But the 2 trucks did a lot of damage, especially the weird boy in the psychic phase. He dropped Frazzle on my my Rust Stalkers with the Transonic Blades.
4 out of 5.
4 of them died instantly because they're Strength 6, AP 3, and I got no invuln saves, no feel, no pain from that. And then he finished off the Prime Rust Stalker with big shooters shots from that from the boy in there and from the truck itself. The boy in the truck in that unit killed both the 2 regular grunts in my Rangers, but they held, so they didn't run at all, and they're getting ready to shoot back. But Oscar did get first blood for taking out that squad of Rust Stalkers. So moving into the bottom of turn 1.
1-0.
Bottom of turn 1. These Rust Stalkers advanced. So did my Rangers and the Vanguard, and these Rust Stalkers as well. They were out of range to do anything, so I held off on them for now. The Vanguard shot the 6 Plasma Culver shots at Deca, and actually managed to pen once and glance twice. He did make a cover save on one of the glances, though, so he dropped 2 hull points, and he's shaken. AP2 helped me with that. I was just in range to chuck a Haywire grenade a Mind Scrambler grenade at Blacken, and I got 1 penetrating hit on him and blew off the one of his heavy flamers. And then the 2 Transonic Arquebuses moved up there and both put bullets right through his eye hole. So he went down. I penned him once and glanced him another time, so he was shaken, and then I glanced him to death with the last one. I got some pretty lucky rolls, an 8 and a 10 on my pen rolls for those 2 guys. So they have already paid for themselves. I'm happy with them. Left them without a charge target, though. So we're going to move now into turn 2. Oscar's going to roll to see if his Vulture squad comes in, and then those Killicans are going to open up some Grotzukas on my Rust Stalkers. I did forget to mention I drew Recon, and we did identify all the rest of the objectives. That last one is Skyfire Nexus as well, which is going to be kind of pointless. So right now we are tied 1-1. I forgot also to mention Oscar's objective was Secure Objective 2, which is the one way back here. So we'll see it. And he discarded it. So yeah. So the Vulture squad obviously is not going for that. Turn 2 coming up. Top of turn 2 was bad for me. Oscar got Hungry for Glory, and what was the other one you got? Supremacy. So he really tried to make sure that he was spreading out on objectives. So these boys jumped out of the truck right here to grab that objective in the middle, and then the truck came back there to grab that one. So now he has 2, and he contested this one with his Storm Boys deep striking. They tried to land back there, but scattered way over here. One of them died to dangerous terrain. And then the Death Dread came up here to also contest it. So he kind of pushed me off there, so nobody's holding that one. I have 1 back there, but he still has those 2. So he actually had Supremacy. These boys jumped out of their truck and shot up my Ranger squad, killed the 2 Arquebuses, and put a wound on my Prime, and he broke, and he started to run. That was bad. The Killicans had some miserable luck.
Power Vomit.
Oh, yeah, Power Vomit. That's right. It was Power Vomit. They broke in the Psychic phase. Yeah. And then he tried to shoot him down in the shooting phase and totally whiffed.
It did a wound.
Yep, that's right. You got 1 wound on me in the shooting phase. Thank you, Oscar. The Grotzukas, though, just were miserably inaccurate. They were he was rolling 10s and 9s on all kinds of stuff. I only managed to kill 2 of the Rust Stalkers there, and they held. This whole mob of boys shot at the Rust Stalkers and didn't do anything. I made all my saves and feel no pain rolls. These guys were ignored. And then so the Death Dread tried to charge in on the Vanguard who were left.
And these guys threw a grenade.
Yep, and they threw a grenade and it missed. Killed 2 of the Vanguard there, one of the Plasma and one of the regular guys from the Storm Boy shooting. And then my other Plasma got hot, and he died in Overwatch, and then the Dread failed to get in. So there were actually no assaults to be made this turn. Oscar failed on all of them. So we're going to go into bottom of 2, see if I can get my Infiltrators in, and even some of these odds by taking out some of these guys with my Rust Stalkers. That was a brutally effective bottom of turn 2 for me. Starting with objectives, I drew Secure Objective 5 twice. So there's Objective 5 right there, which was hotly contested with the Storm Boys and the Death Dread. My Infiltrators, securing Infiltrators, rolled a 6 to see where they came in, so I chose this side because I could get them all within 12 inches of the Storm Boys to unload on them with the Fletchet pistols, which they did. Combined with the shots, the Lumigen shot from the pistol here, and the Radium shot from the Carbine, which I actually got 1-6 on, which is nice. I dropped the whole unit down to just Zagstruck, and I failed to kill him. Oscar didn't make a single cover save until it came to Zagstruck, then he made them both. Go figure. The Rust Stalkers came around here, threw a grenade at and charged. I'm sorry, didn't throw a grenade. Just charged the Death Dread here, and I wrecked him pretty easily. Got 1 hit with the data spike at initiative 10, and then Haywire grenaded him to death at initiative step 4. He didn't even get to fight. My Warlord is now hiding behind here. I got a bad run roll. Otherwise, he would be a little more in cover, but he's just hiding from shooting. Just trying to get behind some cover to block. And these Ruststalkers, excuse me, came out of the building and then charged at the Killicans. Took a hull point off one with a thrown grenade, and then proceeded to blow that one up, wreck it with a penetrating hit and a haywire grenade, or with a data spike hit at initiative 10. Then I piled in at initiative 4 and used haywire grenades on the other one and wrecked that one as well. And I failed to kill that one in the back, but he in return did kill one of my Ruststalkers. But they're stuck in combat now. That's it. So I scored 2 more points. The game is tied 3-3. Oscar's going to go into the bottom of turn 3 and try to finish off my dwindling army. Top of turn 3, Oscar had Hungry for Glory still. He kept that. He drew Domination this turn, which he could have gotten if he had gotten lucky and clever, but he decided not to go after that and instead just beat me up. And then he also drew Secure Objective 6, which is right there. So the truck just kind of shimmied to get a better line of sight on my Warlord, who was hiding back there. More on that in a second. These boys advanced on this objective right here and shot at and took out one of the infiltrators. The Psychic Phase, the Weird Boy, continues to prove his worth this game. Power vomited the last 2 of the Vanguard off the table. These Ruststalkers got shot at and then swung at with the Wrecking Ball by that truck, but the Wrecking Ball rolled 1s to wound and did nothing. And that mob of boys actually managed to take out one of the infiltrators, or Ruststalkers, excuse me. Zagstruck, meanwhile, all by himself, jumps over here and is getting in position to charge my Warlord, but that truck way over there sniped him, hit him 3 times with 5s, did 1 wound, and I failed armor and feel no pain, and Oscar got Warlord points. Headshot, yep, there you go. So Oscar managed to get 2 more points that turn for securing Objective 6, and the Warlord kill. So that truck got you 2 points that turn. That's pretty good for a truck. Meanwhile, on my front, I only managed to do 1 penetrating hit, blowing off the Grotzuka on the Killican right there, and I failed to hit it at all with haywire grenades in my initiative step. He failed to hit me in return, so it was kind of even right there. I got 2 Ruststalkers stuck in combat with a Killican. Oh well. Moving into bottom of turn 3, we'll see if I can't start clearing some of these greenskins off the table. That was a great turn for me and a really bad one for Oscar. So let's start over here. I drew Secure Objective 2 twice again. I don't know how I'm getting that lucky with getting both of these 2. And then I got Hungry for Glory as well. So my infiltrators rolled a 6 and then plus their 3-inch for their Dunestrider move. Ran over here and are just within the 3 inches of the objective to be able to grab 6. I wasn't going to be able to charge with them, but they opened fire on the Weird Boy and his mob, managed to kill enough to make a break test, and they failed and are running away thanks to the neurostatic aura. That helped tremendously because Oscar rolled a... Oh no, actually, I think he rolled a 10, didn't you? Yeah, you failed badly. But anyway, they're turning and running. They can still regroup, so that's not a big deal. The guys that were in that ruin right there ran across the opening here, and then
wiped out that
charged into and wiped out that boy squad. Challenged the Knob to get Hungry for Glory. I lost 1 guy in return and took a wound on a second. But they're okay. They consolidated in the ruins. And then these guys finally finished off that Killican. I haven't been telling you what doctrines I've been using, but I've gone through all the ballistic skill boosts. This turn was the +3 ballistic skill just to get all the extra hits over here. +3 ballistic skill, -2 weapon skill. So weapon skill 2 against the Orks. Still managed to get enough hits on 4s, and then these guys only needed 4s to hit the Killican anyway. But they finally finished him off and consolidated this way. I now have a 6-5 lead against Oscar. His Warlord is still sitting right here, though. It's not over yet, though. He's still got some chances to make up points, and we know how Oscar gets points in bunches in Maelstrom missions. So, turn 4 coming up. Top of turn 4, Oscar draws Kingslayer, hold the line, secure Objective 2, and he still had Hungry for Glory. So Objective 2 was still kind of out of reach for him. He's not going after that. Kingslayer, he automatically hacks here. He'd already killed my Warlord. So he was still trying to get something out of Hungry for Glory. So Zagstruck jumps over here and then shoots at, along with these boys who are retreating, the Ruststalkers here. Did another wound on one of them. So I had 2 with 1 wound in the Princeps. And then Zagstruck double drop kicked my Princeps in the face in a challenge. Insta-killed him with his Strength 8 AP2. Yeah. Boom, Vulture Squad. We love the Vultures. And then, because I was down, I'm at Weapon Skill 2 from my Doctrines. I'm hitting on 5s in return. I hit him twice, and I'm thinking I got him, but we forgot Zagstruck has heavy armor, so my weapons are only AP 5, and I didn't get any of the transonic hits.
They literally rolled 2 5s.
And he rolls double 5. So yeah, so Zagstruck survived the my return attacks, and then killed one of my guys with a choppa hit, strength 6, because
that guy's running away.
Zagstruck's pretty nasty. And then I failed my leadership check, and then he's running away, but Oscar didn't catch me, so I got one dude with 1 wound right there. The truck over here came and did a sideswipe screeching halt right here and whacked my both my 2 surviving rust stalkers in the face with the wrecking ball. I lookout served 1 and failed to save, and that guy instantly died. But then I made the 6-up invulnerable save on the Princeps, so he's alive. He did take a wound from a big shooter shot though, also. So that truck is doing a good job this game. But these guys got ignored. These guys failed to rally. And they're still running. That truck came over here and just tried to put some wounds on them. And
he only got 2 consolidation.
Yep. So Oscar got 1 point for Hungry for Glory for Zagstruck issuing a challenge. And then he got 2 points for Kingslayer. So at the moment he's up 8-6. Moving into bottom of 4. Bottom of turn 4, I drew Big Game Hunters. Overwhelming Firepower. Secure Objective 3. No prisoners. So I had a lot of choices what to do with this turn. I could have gone right for Objective 3, just made a beeline there with my infiltrators, got that point. I had 2 trucks I can blow up, which weren't going to give me Big Game Hunters bonus points, so just 1 opportunity at it. So I tried to get no prisoners as much as I could. What I did was, I took the infiltrators, and they did their move right here, or the regular 9-inch move here, and then they ran up to here, and I got another 6 inches on their run. So that put me right here at the edge, because 6 plus 3 is 9, of course, with Dune Strider. And then because of that, for the formation bonus, I can run and then assault in the same turn. And I did it. I assaulted Zagstruck and the truck. So I multi-assaulted right over there. I managed to put a wound on Zagstruck, and he wounded my Princeps in return in a challenge. And then I wrecked the truck. All the penetrating hits I got from the truck, of course, added to the combat resolution here. So I have 4 wounds, Oscar had 1, Zagstruck lost by 3, and then he rolls a 6 for his leadership check and turns to run away, and I cut him down. So I got Warlord and 1 point for no prisoners here, and 1 point for Big Game Hunter here. If I had managed to kill that truck right there with that Princeps, I could have gotten D3 points for no prisoners. However, he completely whiffed. The grenade that I threw hits and only gets a 1 on the haywire damage result. The data spike got its 1 hit in and glanced it, but I missed it with all of my swings with the transonic razor. I was going for strength 5 hits against armor 10, trying to get 2 glances instead of 1 with the haywire, and it failed. So anyway, I did manage to get Warlord and 2 extra points for a grand total of 9. So I have 9. Oscar has 8. We're going into turn 5. I can't believe it. Turn 5 coming up. Yeah, Oscar and I are kind of debating. We always play it out, though. We're going to play it through turn 5, even though it's not looking good for him. Oscar drew probably the worst hand he could have possibly drawn for this turn. He drew Here We Go Wah, which means he has to charge something. We'll get to that in a sec. Then he drew... he still had Secure Objective 2, and then he has Objective 3 and Objective 5 twice. So all of his objectives are on that side of the table, well away from where his truck is. And then he promptly rolls a 12 on the regroup check for these boys. So they are still going to keep running towards the edge of the table. Thankfully, they're going slowly. Yeah, they only roll a 4 for their move.
Yeah, we don't need to run.
Yeah, exactly. So the truck just wiggled around a little bit to get away from my guy so I don't get hits in his turn.
No, shimmy.
Yeah, and missed with the wrecking ball this time. Got another hit with a big shooter, but failed to wound. And then same thing over here, just lots of hits, failed to wound, or he didn't get through my armor. So we're going to go into the bottom of turn 5 and see if I can't really pull away or wipe him off the table. Bottom of turn 5, I drew, what did I have? I drew Behind Enemy Lines, Supremacy, and Secure Objective 3. I already had Overwhelming Firepower and Blood and Guts from last turn. So my infiltrators just came out of the cover. Shot at and charged the boys right there. Only killed actually, I didn't kill a single one with shooting. Oscar got lucky and was making a whole bunch of lookout sirs and then rolling 6s for t-shirt saves.
Or just t-shirt saves.
Yeah, or just saves on the knob. Yeah, it was pretty good. Over here, I whiffed with the haywire grenade again because I had to make myself weapon skill +2, ballistic skill -1. So I rolled a 3, of course, to hit with the grenade. Missed. Hit with the data spike. Rolled a 1. Failed to do anything with the haywire. And then I charged in. I wanted to just try to glance it because I still needed to do 2 hull points.
I only got 1 glance.
I only got 1 glance from my transonic razor. So that truck is still sitting there with 1 hull point. I'm just I'm having a miserable time against him. But those boys got wiped out, which gave me blood and guts, and I have behind enemy lines with the infiltrators as well. So that puts me at 11 points to Oscar's 8. We're going to roll to see if the game ends right now. And the game's not. It's going to keep going. So turn 6 coming up. Oscar's got a truck. I have 4 infiltrators and a Ruststalker Princess. Oh, yeah. We keep forgetting this dude. He's sitting here. He's been running away trying to regroup, and he's failing miserably.
We rolled it for the other turn because we forgot.
All right, turn 6 coming up. So here we are after all of turn 6. Oscar failed to do anything against that Princeps, and then I had to use my ballistic skill +2 or +3 and -2. I'm sorry, weapon skill +3, ballistic skill -2 upgrade. So I whiffed with the haywire grenade again, and I moved him back to grab objective 4 because that was one of my objectives that I drew was supremacy. So I have objective 3 and 4, which are both the sabotage objectives, and of course objective 4 blew up, but didn't hurt my Princeps. Yeah, nothing happened. I got 2 more points for supremacy. I only rolled a 1 on the roll, so I got 1 more point for supremacy and 1 for objective 3. Let's see if the game goes on. 4+, it goes on. It does not. So the game is going to end right now. I also have line breaker for the infiltrators back there, which gives me a grand total of 14 points to Oscar's 8. So, good game, young man. Left-handed handshake because I got the camera in the right. Good job. What'd you think of these guys? They're kind of weird, aren't they? A lot of special rules, a lot of funky stuff going on.
Buff minus.
Yeah, that's kind of confusing. It's I still got to figure out exactly which order to use them in, which circumstances
they. If I were to program robots, I would not program it. If it's better, it also loses something.
Well, you got to sacrifice something, right? +3, -2. Yeah, sometimes you do. That's usually the way things work, Oscar. To get, you got to give. So anyway, my particular highlight was the infiltrators coming in over here and moving her all this way, all the way up, and then coming back around here in 4 game turns. That was pretty impressive. Yeah, and they did a number. They killed both mobs of boys all by themselves, pretty much, and finished off Zag's truck. Yep, and wrecked that truck. They did a good job. Oscar, for you, the highlight. What was the highlight? Best part of the game?
That thing sting.
the truck that will not die. Yeah, that was pretty brutal too.
Oh, that's wrong. It will not die.
Oh, there you go. Well, the trucks don't have it. We didn't give Grotriggers the trucks, just the walkers. Oh yeah, let's see if this guy manages to regroup. We'll do it on camera. Now he's gonna go. Yeah, he's off the table. Fine. So,
kill one more thing.
Last guy gets off the table, so we're down to those 2 units. Yeah, good job. All right, so thanks again for watching. You're going to see more of my AdMech stuff in the new year. It's not going to be a pure AdMech list. I'm building kind of an Imperial, I don't want to call it the Super Friends list because that's kind of already been taken by the internet, but it's going to be an Imperial list that's just, it's showing off all the stuff you can do with formations and allies in 7th edition. Not cheesy, not in a cheesy way. It's going to be fun stuff that I've always kind of wanted to use together, but now I officially can, so it's going to have some Militarium Tempestus, some Assassins, some Inquisition stuff. I'm thinking about Legion of the Damned. I also like to add some of the new formations from the Imperial Guard stuff, the Cadian stuff that came out in the Montcalm book, particularly Sentinels. I love, you know me, I love my walkers, Death Dreads and Dreadnoughts and stuff like that. So having 2 squadrons of Sentinels out on the table should be a lot of fun. Anyway, thanks again for watching. See you guys in the new year.
Bye! Happy New Year!